Hanging out today with BYU women's volleyball player Ciara Parker. Thanks for joining me on this summer hangout today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first, most important question out of the way first. How is your summer going?
Summer is going great. Got to go to Hawaii for a little bit, been hanging out, but back in Provo for most of it, so it's been good.
Nice. What islands or islands?
I just went to Oahu.
Fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about last season a little bit. A lot to talk about with the end of last season, especially. You guys made that national championship match. What was that experience like for you? That whole run, just what was that like for your team?
It was really cool. I mean, obviously, doing everything that we were able to do. It was overwhelming at times, very emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting, but I would do anything to be able to experience it again. So, yeah.
As you guys have been doing summer workouts a little bit here, have you guys talked about what you can do to kind of carry over that momentum from last season, ride that high of what you guys got to experience last year?
Not a ton. We really are trying to just teach our young girls, so our freshmen and sophomores, those that aren't as experienced, kind of the mentality that we want so that we can get back there. A lot of girls, younger girls, were able to experience it with us, which is great. And we all kind of have that drive to want to get back there. So we're just trying to really create that culture of this is something we're going to do from this point on. And so that's most of the talking, I guess you could say, that we're doing to prepare for this season and hopefully get back to where we finished.
And I know, as you mentioned, in the midst of it and probably still a year after, it was just an overwhelming kind of emotional experience. But, maybe 10 years from now, even 20 years from now, when you really have a chance to look back on it, what do you think will just kind of stand out in your mind from that experience and be the thing that you really remember most from it?
I think probably just the memories that I was able to share with my teammates and being able to accomplish something great, which was always our goal coming here to BYU. I just remember my freshman year, it was our goal to, win a national championship. That's always been at the top of our board. And we have been working since that point to get there, and we were able to do that last year. So just going through that process of not being there and then being there, it's just so rewarding. And the memories and the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears that we put into it, that's what I'll always remember from that.
And looking at this season, I mean, you have a lot of good new young players. Different team a little bit. No Jen Hampson, different head coach this year. Heather Olmstead taking over for you guys. What's this year's team going to look like in your opinion?
I think we're going to be really good. We have a lot of learning and growing to do, but that's what every team has to do in order to get better. So with that being said, I think if we do the things that we know how to do, if we stay focused, if we don't get ahead of ourselves or, think we're all that because we did what we did last year, which none of us do, but as long as we just keep the right mindset, I think we're going to be really tough to beat.
Fantastic. All right, well, it is summertime, so I want to get to some fun questions and get to know you as a person a little bit better. So first of all, just you play the libero position. Tell me what the best part about playing that position is.
Ooh, the best part for me is digging balls. I love to just get behind some hitters' best swing, best hit as hard as they can and just pop it up. Like, that's the best feeling ever. And then I love just making plays, laying my body out, diving into the bleachers, whatever I have to do to save the ball. That's my favorite thing about being a libero.
Awesome. Sounds fun. But how did you get started playing volleyball? When how old were you, and where did your love for it come from?
It's funny you say that. I was probably 5 when I started playing. My parents were both volleyball coaches, and so I was always in the gym. And that's actually how I met Sean. Through that, they had him come out and do a camp at their school with BYU. This was when he was playing here. And he was able to watch me grow and brought me here, but I just always loved it. I've loved being in the gym. I just love everything about it. So I think, because of my parents and at that young age, always being around it, that's kind of where my love for volleyball started.
That's awesome. All right, different track a little bit. What is your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a really hard question. Dang it.
Or favorite movies?
Favorite movies. Okay.
The one.
Oh, at the moment, I would have to say probably, I really like She's the Man.
That was on TV the other day, this weekend. I was watching it.
Really?
Yeah.
That one, I've always loved Space Jam. As a kid, just watching that, I always loved that movie. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, but those are up there for
Those
sure.
are good ones. What about favorite musical artist, favorite song, anything in the music genre?
Ooh, I love country music.
Mm-hmm.
I love Luke Bryan, Keith Urban, Brad Paisley, all that. But I also listen to a lot of like Hawaiian reggae kind of music. So like Kalohi Kai, The Green, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
But country has my heart, so.
Have you been to many country concerts? Is there one that stands out in your mind?
I've actually never been to a country concert.
No?
No.
Is there a concert in general that just is your favorite that you've been to?
I went to the Script concert in Vegas, and they were awesome. They were really high energy, and it was a good time.
Awesome. All right. Binge watching shows is really a popular thing right now on Netflix or whatever. Is there one show that you're just kind of really into that you can't get enough of?
Grey's Anatomy. I've just hooked on Grey's.
From the beginning, or are you catching up now?
I'm catching up now. I'm like, well, actually, there's a ton of seasons, so
Yeah.
I'm probably like towards the middle-ish.
All right. Won't give any spoilers away.
Okay.
What's the coolest place you've traveled to? I know you just went to Hawaii, but that can be it, or if there's somewhere else that you have in mind.
The coolest place I've ever been is to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That was a really, really cool city, cool place.
What was that experience like for you? What kind of do you remember about being there?
I just remember the food and the people. The food was amazing. Lots of rice and beans, but the food was awesome. The fruit and everything just so, so good. And then the people were all so nice, just happy and super outgoing. So that's probably what I remember the most about that trip.
All the mountains and hills rising out of the water. Very, very cool area. Okay, here's a question for you that you may have to think about for a second, or you may have it right off the top of your head. What is the most embarrassing song on your iPod? Like a song that comes up when you're, listening with your friends and you're like, oh no, or you feel like you have to explain it or something.
Oh yeah, that is a hard one. Probably. I have a lot of One Direction songs on my music. My sister listens to it, and so it always syncs to my phone. So sometimes, like, one of their songs will pop up, and I'm like, what the heck? That's probably it.
You're not a One Direction fan, though, secretly?
I kind of am, a little bit.
All right. What is your favorite thing about BYU?
Ooh. I think my favorite thing about BYU is just the college town atmosphere that it has. The town does everything around the sports here: football, basketball, volleyball. We have great supporters, and that's the cool thing is everywhere we go, we have lots of fans because of the church and stuff like that. So that's probably my favorite thing, just the college town atmosphere and how supportive everyone is, the businesses, people. That's probably my favorite thing.
That's awesome. And what are you majoring in?
I'm in exercise and wellness, but I'm doing nursing.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Are you planning on getting a degree after you graduate, or is it a program that's kind of all while you're there at the same time?
I'll have to do the degree after. Like, I'll get my bachelor's in science, but then I'll have to go and do like a year and a half of the actual nursing program. So I'll still have a little bit of school after I'm done.
That's awesome. I have so much respect for nurses. So well done. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Give me one interesting fact about yourself. It can really be just anything that either you think people may not know about you or just that one interesting fact. It can be anything.
One interesting fact. I play 3 instruments.
What are they?
I play the piano and the violin and the bass. Not my favorite, but yeah.
Cool. Have you ever been in like a band or anything?
No, but I was in the orchestra in school, in high school. So I guess that's the closest I've ever really been to a band.
That's awesome. Do you have time to still play while you're playing volleyball and doing school, or is that kind of something that's fallen?
That's definitely something that's fallen. I haven't picked any of those up since probably my freshman year. Yeah.
Well, after school is done, you can start playing again, right?
There you go. Exactly.
All right, last question for you. What are you most excited about this season and this your senior year at BYU?
I'm just excited to get another crack at it, to just get going and to be competitive and to just play with everything that I have because, like you said, it's my senior year. So I'm just excited to let it rip and see what happens.
Awesome. Well, Ciara, thank you so much for joining me and best of luck on this upcoming season.
Thank you.